I'm Nicole Chance, and today I'm going to be walking you through my progress on my capstone thus far. My working title is Evolve, and it is going to be focused on physical therapy for children and young adults. Now, I think I'm coming from maybe a little bit of a different place than most students are with their capstones, so I have bit of an overview here of what I'm going to be going through with this presentation. I'll start on the history of how I got to this problem space and the history on this project for me personally, the problem space itself, the audience, my future research plan, and next steps moving forward. Now, the history starts with me personally in 2011. Just before starting high school, I was diagnosed with scoliosis, which is an abnormal lateral curvature of the spine. My particular form of scoliosis is referred to as an S-curve, which there's an x-ray there on the right side of the screen for you. This means that I have two lateral curves in different directions, so visually people don't really see this in me. It's hard to tell that I have it just from looks. However, it comes with a lot of constant pain and pain management. So I, throughout the years, had been given several different exercises by different doctors to try to help and manage the pain and strengthen muscles, but it didn't really help too much. Then in 2017, I got into a car accident with a friend and decided it was time again to try to seek better pain management through physical therapy. And because of my condition, I was sent to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital physical therapy unit. They'll see children with issues that are you're born with or develop at a young age, up to the age of 25, I believe. So I was sent there at 20. It was at Children's Hospital that I began to learn more about how physical therapy can really be helpful for pain management. But it's also here that I really had this light bulb moment of, wow, all of the material I'm being given for exercises at home are super difficult to understand. And that's coming from a 20-year-old. I can't imagine how a child can take these informational pages that are smudged and photocopied and old and outdated, how they can take those home and continue to feel motivated to keep up with their exercises. And not only that, my therapist in our first appointment said to me, "Oh, sorry, there's no good graphic or illustration for what I want you to do at home." So it dawned on me that there's got to be a better way, and that's how this project Evolve was born for me in 2018. So you might be thinking, wait a minute, you've already done this? And well, yes and no. I did do a pass at this project then. It was an app focused on helping make this bridge between appointment and home exercise more accessible. However, I have this bigger, fuller vision that I would love to be able to pursue with this. I would like to take what I've learned from that first pass at this project and learn and strengthen and grow through the project and really help it to be something impactful for people. So what did this first iteration look like for me? It allowed for scheduling of appointments, customizable experiences and exercise routines, personal data and tracking progress, and rewards and incentives for completing the exercises. So these were some visuals from that project, some initial sketches and user flows. I also made some animations to help show how you actually do the exercises instead of just having stagnant images. But moving forward, I knew that I couldn't just dive into only this subject. It wouldn't be doing myself justice if I didn't try to explore other areas for Capstone. So over the course of the past few weeks, I have been exploring other subject matters and really trying to expand my mind and perspective on the opportunities that are out there for Capstone. However, I really can't shake the passion that I have for this project and wanting to make physical therapy easier for children that are in or were in my same shoes years ago. So a little more on this topic space then. I want to focus on physical therapy for children and young adults, like I said. My outcomes intermediate would be to assist, educate, and to apply. For intermediate, that is, I would like physical therapy to be made fun and engaging for kids so they can strengthen, grow, learn, and be encouraged to continue up with their exercises at home. Because it really is important that you keep up the exercises to have any progress and to maintain your health. And ultimately, I would love to have an impact on changing the way young patients view their growth and progress with physical therapy, and to provide a tool to encourage unique user-centered progress. And this would also allow for physical therapy physicians to better engage and work with their patients. The context of this would be present and future, and my message would be that physical therapy can be challenging, and it can be hard to stay motivated and want to continue to do your work, but that it's not impossible, and that there are ways that it can be really encouraging and fun, and that you can feel like you're actually having true progress and see your growth, because that's so encouraging for everybody. But this would also give an opportunity for kids to interact with their therapists in a new way and to really understand what it is that their body is going through. My audience would, I think, focus specifically on the young patients and their parents, the patients ages 0 to 19. However, with Children's Hospital, I know that they will see some patients like myself up to age 25, and sometimes even longer than that, depending on the condition. But I also want to focus on the children's physical therapy professionals, because they will be using my solution, whatever that is, in the future with their patients. And a potential client could be children's hospitals and physical therapy facilities. My research plan, moving into the next few weeks here of the semester, I want to really dive deeper into existing tools and resources to see what it is that people are already using, what already exists, are there any competitors in the market, and currently, how do patients also make appointments and see facility availability. I also want to look a little bit more at my audience. I want to make sure I'm not missing any key focuses or needs, and I really want to make sure that that 0 to 19 age range is the right range for my solution. But I think the biggest pieces of my research plan moving forward will be the intended users and current experience and the design language. For the users and current experience, I really want to survey current PT patients and their parents and PT professionals to better understand what challenges they're facing, what they think could make it better, what is currently working well for them, what have they learned through this, what do they really think could be the most monumental in this ability to serve the patients from the PT perspective of professionals. And then I also hope that through that I could also define that age range of the audience a little bit more. And for the design language, I think it's going to be really important that no matter what the end deliverable is, that it's communicating to the audience in a way that makes the most sense for them. So I want to learn if there's particular design languages or styles that they most benefit from. Maybe that's colors, patterns, certain styles of illustration. I also want to learn maybe more about learning styles for the age range and what would be best for an adaptable experience for multiple ages and a customizable experience too. What sorts of words or methods work best for them in learning. And so next steps moving forward, I want to kick off the research. I want to reach out to my old connections at the Cincinnati Children's Hospital Physical Therapy Unit. They really helped me a lot with user testing and getting feedback from professionals in my first pass, and they were really excited about the idea of me being able to continue to push this and make it a bigger, better experience for them and a tool for them to use. But I also want to find new professionals to work with, and I want to create and share the needed surveys for patients and parents. Then I can start to get that feedback. Perhaps through that, finding people to work with and user test with in the future. I'd also like to narrow in on potential deliverable formats, so explore maybe this is an app, maybe this is more physical material, maybe it's an experience. I want to really narrow in on potential deliverables, and in doing so, narrow in on deliverable content, so what specifically I'm going to focus on. I think my first pass was really broad, and I'd like to narrow it in and strengthen the narrowed content subject. And finally, I want to work to create a final problem statement, because I know that'll help to keep me centered and focused moving forward and continue to help push my drive. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now in week 4, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback, and thank you for your time.